I guess the funny story that people all know about, or funny thing to occur, was when we did the pep rally and we did musical chairs. When I had to pull, I lost. Well, I don't know if I lost because technically the chair was pulled out from under me, and I had no idea that was going to happen, and it was funny. So I think it offered people some laughs, and also I think doing push-ups at the football games when we scored a touchdown was fun. So. I believe it went well. There were some challenges like any other school has, but I think coming in from some of the challenges that we had previously, I think we've been able to improve on those. And so I think the school year went well. I like to tell people that this is really year zero, not necessarily year one. So you think 0 to 1 in learning, the admin team, most of us being new. I think that we were able to use this year from 0 to 1 to be a way to create year one next year to really build on the things that we learned. I think we did a good job. We had a lot more activities this year. We had 3 dances, homecoming dance, Valentine's dance. We're going to have prom. I know that's more dances than the other high schools had. We had pep rallies this year, 3 pep rallies. We're going to have our last pep rally here at the end of this year for spring sports. We had food truck rodeos. We had an honor roll celebration. So we're going to build upon that. I'd like to have more activities, and hopefully, it'll be something that'll be part of the culture to have a lot of things that students enjoy and get involved in. I know that right now we're having senior week, and the seniors are getting to do different things. With the achievement gap, that really depends on our data, and I think I know we're progressing when it comes to the behavior data, and that's something I can see month to month. But also with the instructional data, the school data will be determined on by EOCs and that kind of thing. So we'll be able to look at that once we get the data back from that. But I do know that we did do some interventions to help with the achievement gap with some tutoring that we have. We both have a contracted company called University Tutors that has come in, and we also have tutors that came from colleges who came in and did some specific one-on-one tutoring. So those are some things that we've done. We increase school safety by having specific duties for teachers, specific rotations for our school security officers to go through. Like I said, the discipline data has gone down, and just from being in and out of bathrooms and stuff, they weren't as messed up as consistently as in the past. So I think that we've improved in that as well. I think the biggest challenge really is the mental health, especially with students. I think the biggest challenge is trying to work through students who want to take a whole lot of APs and communicating how, students feeling like they have to have as many APs as they can to get into the college that they want. I think that's been the biggest challenge is straddling and helping students straddle between feeling like they got to take all these APs and their social, emotional well-being. Because I see a lot of that, the challenges of students feeling like they have such a heavy workload. And in some cases, when you have 5 AP classes, that comes with a heavy workload. I think that's been the biggest challenge. And I want to try to work more with the community and parents on how do we find a way to balance it so that students can be not only just be successful, because our students are successful, but at what cost? And hoping that we can find a way to make it so the kids are more happy about school. So. I definitely feel like we've created better communication between our leadership here, staff, and better communication with the community and students. I mean, students should know if they email me, I'm getting back to them. You've emailed me a lot, I've gotten back to you, within 24 hours. So making sure people feel like when they ask us questions or they're communicating with us, that we're going to be communicating back. So I really think we've improved communication. I definitely feel like we've created more accountability within leadership, So the leadership structure that we started prior to me being here, there wasn't a leadership team. It was a conduit situation. Conduits as in people who were just travelers or communicators of information, but not necessarily leaders of their departments. And so we've developed a leadership structure that kind of creates more of an accountability across the board. And we've created a structure in which, different weeks mean different parts of that leadership structure, so that there's this cycle of communication and decision making that was made. I think going back, I wish I had time to create the student cabinet, the principal student cabinet. I wanted to create that right away, and I didn't realize how much other things I needed to get into place and get working before I could do that. I'm glad to say we've had 3 meetings. I want to have one more meeting before the year is out, but I wish I could have started that sooner. Yeah, I read them. Definitely read them, and some of the things you have really good suggestions, and I brought them to my admin team and talked about them in leadership, and a lot of, if I can't recall all of them, but I remember a lot had to do with PAC and how PAC was going, and we listened, we made some changes to PAC, and we're definitely using that information to decide how we will go forward next year with PAC. So I do read them. Some of them are things that are realistic. Some of them are things that aren't necessarily changes that can be made just because of the structure of how school works. But definitely read them and definitely use them as data to make decisions. I think it's been a good year. I've enjoyed it. I think the most amazing thing about East is the students. I mean, we have just such talented students across the board. I don't want to start naming because I might forget some people, but I mean, I'm just recalling things in my head, just from the music to our sports to our achievement with academics. I know that we just won the brain games 2nd year in a row. I mean, I was amazed at how many, like during spring break, I was amazed at how many students utilized opportunities and how many students got to go all over the place, all over the world. People traveled and did different things. So I'm amazed at how talented our students are. They are the greatest thing about East. I've said that from the beginning, and I just hope that we can build on the success that in the foundation of a new administration, new leadership, that we can build on that so that we can make it a place where even more students can access the opportunities and the success that our students achieve.
Yeah. Anything else?
I'm good.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
All right, no problem.